On this episode of the Third Wheel Podcast, my brother Matt joins me and Darcy for a quick discussion on the things that you shouldn't do on a first date. Stay tuned. Welcome to another episode of the Third Wheel Podcast.
At night.
I'm Caleb.
And I'm Darcy.
And we have a very special guest today who is on our bass show, but now he's here to grace us with his presence one more time. This is my brother Matt. Say hi, Matt.
Hello. It is I. I know it's late, but I got a lot of energy still.
I know, isn't it like 3:30 in the morning? Isn't that crazy? It gets dark super early now. May as well be 4.
Coffee works wonders.
That is true, except Darcy, who's actually drinking.
White Claws.
Yes. White, okay, that didn't count.
Actually, no, it's the leftover Halloween bowl full of candy. I just ate a whole bunch of it.
You serious?
You know,
Oh, God.
I'm probably going to crash later.
That's
But I
awful.
got plenty of energy right
That's
now.
why when I came home, it was spread out everywhere. It looks like you dug into the stuff you wanted.
That would be me and my sister dumping out the bowl and picking our favorite candies. You know?
Yeah.
Dang, you live
Claiming
with both
ownership.
of your siblings. How is that?
I was actually talking to my mom about this, but it doesn't happen. I can't think of anybody, or can you think of anyone that it ever happened to?
I've lived
I'm
with like a
actually-
singular sibling, but
Yeah.
not like
All
like
of
a
them?
whole
yeah.
a whole house with where I have all of my siblings except for one.
right.
But yeah, I think we have our issues. You know, I know my sister and I had an issue just this last week, but we talked it out today, and now we're good. I think we have a strong relationship with each other, and so you know we can't stay angry for a very long time.
That is true. Plus, we really want to save money on rent. So
Do you find it easier or harder than just normal friendship roommates?
I'd say easier. It just depends on what you got. I mean, personality conflicts can vary depending on the person, friend or not, blood relation or not. I think personally, that's what it really.
When I first started college, I was just basically going room to room, and every single room that I went to, I had like 4 new roommates, and I'd have to get accustomed to them. And I would say they're pretty chill at first, and then we all hated each other at the end. You know, which I don't think sticks around with where I'm living right now. Sure, I'll get angry. You know,
I haven't gotten mad at you yet, though.
well, I've been very angry at you. But that,
But we haven't
that
yelled.
That cheap rent is just, you know, keeping my mouth shut.
You pay them off.
Yeah, kind of. Sheesh. I mean, yeah, rent's pretty chill. So it is pretty nice. I think we're saving a ton of money. What's the worst roommate you've ever had where it wasn't your fault, it was their fault?
My wife.
I knew he was going to say his wife. I almost said it for him.
Well, it wasn't me.
see.
Thank God.
Okay. So the worst roommate I've ever had, I'm not going to call him any names, but based on the stereotype, he was the actual definition of a certain not so good word. And, man, I hated this guy. He just would not do anything that me or the other roommates asked him. Every other day, he had a different woman he was bringing home.
Oh, that's annoying.
Yeah, it was very annoying.
When the walls are being pounded on,
Oh yeah. And he tried to make
you're scraping.
advances at both me and my wife to
I thought guys didn't
join
care
them.
about overhearing.
It's awkward.
It's
awkward.
It's
Yeah.
awkward.
Any guys I've met, they're like, oh yeah, I could care less.
I'm trying to watch a
Girls
movie.
though are like,
Yeah.
ew.
Yeah. I'm trying to watch a movie and then the TV starts rocking back and forth. I'm like, ugh. because then I'd watch a show at like 7 a.m. and then because I'd work nights at the time and then he'd text me, hey, can you keep it down? I'm trying to sleep. I'm like,
Yeah,
know what I mean?
I did have a roommate like that.
When that-
He would knock on my door when I had my friends over. He was like, "Hey man, wrap it up," and it was like 8:00, and I was like, "It ain't even late." He was like, "You invite your friends over every day," and you know,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I have friends and you don't.
right? I pay rent, so like, assuming-
I pay rent.
Yeah. Like the amount of money we're saving, all of us living together in the same house, has really transcended past any of the issues we could have.
Yeah, I
So-
mean, to be fair, I was 18 at the time. Maybe I was more annoying than I thought I was.
Sorry.
At least as a roommate. I'd never had roommates before, but this guy did not like me.
Did I know you that well when
No,
you were
you didn't know
18?
me at 18. I think we met when I was 23.
But we didn't talk at all when you were 18, I don't think.
No, we started talking when you first turned 18. I think you were like the pivotal role in us starting to communicate with each other more as adults.
Yeah.
I remember you left to go to college, and I think I was like 15 or 16 at the time, and you sent me a text out of nowhere saying, "Hey, I'm sorry about how I treated you as a kid." And
I just texted you that?
yeah, you texted me in the middle of nowhere, and I was
Oh,
like,
sorry.
"Thanks, dude. I never hated you either."
Probably would have called you.
Sorry for dipping your toothbrush in
Yeah,
the
no,
toilet when
but
we
I
were
have
8.
to. I have to give credit where credit is due. I think you were the one who sparked the flame in our family.
No, thank you.
He brought in just for that.
Yeah, just for
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
He's like, I didn't want to talk into the mic, but I will for you. And sorry, audience. But yeah, I agree. I think we very much, both of us have matured and have tried to, not to mention my girlfriend really pushes me to communicate, where it's like, I have to, otherwise we'll sit there mad at each other. But you and I were working on that before she came along. So I don't know. It worked out pretty good. We just both had to take time to figure out how it looked like for both of us. So
I've had such awful roommate experiences. I don't count the girl
tell.
that we took in.
I was gonna
Okay.
say pray
I
tell, but-
don't count her as our roommate. Like, we took her in, she wasn't paying rent, she wasn't adding to anything of the
in
household.
fact, she stole.
Yeah. And I mean, we didn't want her to either. Like, we wanted her to get on her feet, and we didn't want that to be a stress. So I don't count her as a roommate.
Fair.
But yeah, there's been, I don't know. It's difficult, especially whenever,
Everyone's dirty.
well, especially during COVID.
Mm-hmm.
COVID was difficult because there was no like getting away from each other.
So you're not even talking after the stray you took in. You're talking before that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, there was this one girl, I'll call her by M, and Jenica is my best friend of all time. We lived together.
We'll refer to her as Jay.
We had to figure out a lot of different stuff because we didn't know what kind of boundaries to have with each other for living together, and it was just figuring it out.
Weren't
But
you like 18 at the time?
She was 18.
What were you?
I was 20.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You're
So,
still-
I mean, we were fairly figuring things out with each other. I think she was fine.
Mm.
But we took in one of her friends so that we can make rent cheaper during COVID since nobody could work.
Mm.
And that was awful because she got jealous of me and Jenica's friendship and started telling Jenica lies about me. And in order to try to get me and Jenica to fight with each other so that she could replace me.
That's
It was
weird.
just, yeah. Oh, yeah. It was really weird. It was very strange. And at one point, like, we were in a group chat and Jenica was blowing it up and she was like, F you, M said this. And M was in the group chat and I was like, I never said that. She's literally lying to your face. And she was like, well, da-da-da. I was like, well, you can tell M to get the F out of my apartment. I didn't even say R. I was like, you can tell M to get the F out of my apartment. And she was just like, whoa, hold on. We can work stuff out. And I was like, no, if I get home and I see her face, I'm bashing it into the wall. This was before I was saved. So I was a lot more
Aggressive.
controversial.
I was gonna
And-
say being a woman sounds ridiculously hard. So
Yeah.
I'm just don't do it.
Yeah.
You know? Just,
And so she
No
was out of there by the time I got home.
no, okay. So
Yeah.
how'd you patch things up with Jen?
Jen was fine. I mean, she understood. It was crazy BS that we were having to put up with, and especially me with some of the stuff she was saying and spewing and difficulties. And she was stressed because of rent. And I was like, look, if you're that bad off, I can cover it.
How many people have tried to come between you and Jen? It sounds like it happens a couple times.
It happens pretty frequently, but me and Jen are solid.
Yeah.
You know, at the end of the day, like, we know we can take each other's word above anyone else's.
Mm-hmm.
If you swear by it and you're like, no, like, I'm telling the truth, then we're like, okay, I'll stand behind you on that. If it makes me look stupid tomorrow, oh well, like, you know, I don't know. We've been through a lot of stuff together.
Matt, what's a clear story for you of someone trying to get in between you in a friendship or even a relationship? Did it work and did it not work? People still do it in your marriage? Like, how does that work?
Someone who's trying to get in the way of my relation. I don't know. I don't really take BS from anyone.
That is true. But people that have tried, though, I'm sure unsuccessfully. I'd love to hear a story about that. You probably got a few.
Not that's really coming to me at the moment, but I can always revisit that.
Well, let me start then. Darcy knows this individual. I thought this was very interesting to me. How in Darcy's in my Bible study, he was trying to get.
Your Bible study?
I said Darcy and mine's Bible study.
You
Literally.
said it weird. You said in Darcy in my Bible study.
Yeah, well, I talk weird, but it's my show, so I can do whatever I want. I can fart into this mic, and I'd add it to the soundboard because it's mine.
To see you try.
Why'd you say that so sexually? You want to see me try? Brr. Anyway,
If your legs could reach that far.
that's hurtful. The mic's bent to me. I can push the mic further down and go and do what I want. Okay. Thank you for challenging me, though. So, in the early stages of me and Darcy and I's Bible study. There you go. Said it first. You first.
There you go.
That's what you really wanted to hear. So it's a controlled thing with women.
Yeah.
But in the early days of our Bible study, there was an individual who said, hey, well, okay, credit to them. They went to you first and said, you shouldn't lead Bible study anymore. Okay. So after you blew them off because they were way off, they came to me and they were like, hey, come to the side here, and pulled me aside and was like, I don't think Darcy should lead Bible study. And I was like, huh, okay. He's like, don't tell Darcy, though. I was like, okay, I definitely won't. I definitely won't tell him as soon as we walk away from this conversation. You know? And then guess what? Okay, bye. Gets in the car, watches him drive off, and then was like, guess who just told me that you shouldn't, you're an unfit leader and that you need to step down from your duties. So that was weird because that person kept doing that stuff with a whole bunch of people. You know?
Well, he got kicked out, so.
That's true. And also, for a while, he told me I wasn't saved, and then he'd go get drunk. So, just weird. Total weirdo. So, nothing's jogging your memory, Matt? No one's trying to get in the way of a good friendship or trying to turn you against somebody unjustly or incorrectly?
There was this one girl that wanted me to leave Simran for her. I didn't like her, though.
I would hope not.
Anyone that's like that, though, is definitely not worth your time.
Yeah.
Yeah, because what's to stop them from doing it, to me?
That's
You know
the
what I
thing.
mean?
I've had people that would really. This sounds super pretentious, but like, who the heck would fight over me? I don't get it. Like, I'm one in a. There's a bunch of me. Okay, I'm one of many. The thing on the coin, e pluribus unum, one out of many. It's describing me. Okay, I don't get. I am not worth fighting over like that. So it's like, go find. If you want me that bad, go find another one of me. I'm sure you can go find one. So.
I would say the
Whatever,
same thing.
Caleb.
I'm not really built like a.
That's what I'm saying.
Hercules,
Exactly.
But
I don't have a
that
six-pack.
personality really works.
I guess so. What about you, Darcy? How do you feel about that? Are you
About people fighting over you or me?
No, we know how you feel about what I just said about me. No, give me those thoughts. What do you think? Am I just being arrogant here?
You're stupid. I don't think you don't understand the point of view from a woman's side of someone that's like respectful and like willing to let you figure stuff out on your own. And I don't know. There's not very many like men out there that aren't toxic, and among not being toxic, you're also kind.
All right, let's get off this, put me on a pedestal conversation here.
Yeah, but if you ask me, my thought, I'm a trophy B1. So
I will say you are one in a million type of girl. I will not lie about that.
Well, speaking of which, it's getting increasingly hard to become or to be a man in dating. Have y'all seen or like talked about that list of all the places that a man is not allowed to take a woman on a first date?
No.
Have y'all seen that list?
I have not.
Maybe we
it
should,
is so
let's,
ridiculous.
yeah, that's a good.
I'm not
I was
saying.
like, we could talk about that one for a minute because some of the things on there are so funny. The number one place that you cannot take a woman on their first date is the Cheesecake Factory.
Okay.
And I was like, are you
Did you
kidding
see
me?
the TikTok of the girl that was getting? Yeah.
And
She was
and
like
followed
the Cheesecake
the
Factory.
Cheesecake Factory lady.
Yeah.
Oh man, I was like hurting for that guy.
Yeah.
Because he did everything right.
The
He pulled out
Cheesecake
the
Factory
receipts.
is a nice restaurant.
It's
It's
expensive. Yeah.
You got really nice dessert. Like if you go to a Cheesecake Factory, not only do you know you're getting dinner, you also know they're buying dessert, and their dessert is phenomenal.
Oh yeah.
So
Well, here's what happened is that for the TikTok lady, the guy came out with the receipts, and he actually planned on taking her somewhere really nice, but she showed up like an hour late.
Yeah.
And they canceled his reservation because she wasn't on time for one. So
Yeah.
he had to come up with a contingency plan. All right, what's a place that's nice that I don't have to, make a reservation for? And so he was like, all right, let's go to the Cheesecake Factory. And she makes this whole hoopla about like why the Cheesecake Factory is like
I'm a high value woman.
too broke for her, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah.
And then
And he's clearly like the way he's dressed. He's a hardworking guy. You can
Yeah.
tell. Like he just got off of work.
and
That's
he was-
such
he was
gold
clapping
digging
back, too.
mentality.
I know.
If I enjoy my time with you, you can take me to McDonald's for our first date for all I care. We don't even gotta
that's
get
nice.
food. We can go to the park. We can hang out. Like,
That's nice of you to say. I don't know. I'd still like to not do that. I think.
Well, I mean, for my wife, one of the first places I took her was the Cheesecake Factory. That's because I was working there. And I was like, hey, can you come pick me up? I was a bum.
Nice.
but you admitted you were a bum. So like that's
Yeah.
that's that's
Oh, man,
admirable.
I was awful when I first met Simran. I would say that I'm still awful right now because, she's doing
What'd you say the other
way
day?
better than I am.
What'd you say the other day when we were on our way to pick up food? You said like, yeah, we had to make some compromises, but what I had to come to grips with was that I'm awful.
Oh, yeah. I'm not denying it. I know I'm a horrible human being. But I'm just surprised you stuck around for so long. I must have that it factor.
It's that Cheesecake Factory hat you wore. Just something about it.
I know.
I remember.
I
I
wasn't
do remember.
even actually work. Man, I was a bus boy. I had my little apron on and
it was
dirty
the
rag.
apron that got her.
Yeah, I know.
Let me tell you, that girl in that TikTok was not what like that girl was this isn't a red pill podcast. I am not a jerk. I
a
promise.
6 at best.
On a good day, that woman was. I was gonna say 7 and I'm being generous here. I got
She's
lower.
passable,
Yeah,
but not my first choice.
I'm telling you.
Mine was more so her attitude about it. And like she's in the car with the dude, whips out her
Yeah.
phone and
Yeah.
is like, oh, you see this broke boy right here?
Yeah.
That's not what she said, but
Well, her attitude drops her down to a 4. I'm going.
Oh,
So like
yeah.
she was sitting here like high value woman. I was like, no.
yeah.
Like you're a
The
50 cent
the
piece.
second you're videoing yourself and calling yourself this high value woman, that's too valuable to be taken to Cheesecake Factory on your first date.
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
you're
absolutely.
you're trash.
Yeah, for sure. So
I've taken people to Raising Cane's on the first date, and
Yeah.
it was pretty good, if I do say so myself.
my first
Right.
breakup was at Raising Cane's.
Oh, no.
You also met your current girlfriend at Raising Cane's, didn't you?
Oh yeah, yeah, you're right. I did.
There's a lot going around at Raising Cane's. Maybe we
kidding.
should just start doing our wedding
Oh,
ceremonies.
you
there.
do
No,
listen. I
that's-
forgot that
yeah,
detail.
That's not bad.
It was funny. I met her, but like we didn't sit down and talk. It was just like, "Hi, I'm so and so," and I was, "Hi, I'm Caleb." And then that was it.
Speed dating. Yeah.
No, absolutely 3 seconds. But Matt, do you have that list? I'm kind of curious to know about that.
Oh, you wanted me to look it up? Okay.
Please, I don't know where to go.
Yeah, you're gonna know where to find it.
Yeah.
Did you have a topic, or were you planning on the small talk?
No, I had a
Okay.
topic, but us three we can talk for 5 hours.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like, y'all have had some good points that I didn't even need to go to my topic, but I do have one in case we hit like a 30-minute mark and we don't think it's things
Out
to say.
of curiosity, what is the topic?
Oh well, that is a story for another time.
Well, you can always cut it out if we don't get to it.
Nah, I do very much enjoy the banter
All right. Well,
while he finds the
I'm
topic.
going to spitfire these. There's 28 of them.
Oh gosh.
But if any of these catch your attention, we can come back to them.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, see,
Here is the
wait.
list.
Do you want me to stop you, or do you want me to wait
Oh,
till
no,
you do all 20?
wait until I do all 28 because some of these are ridiculous.
Are you starting from the bottom and working your way to number one?
Sure. I'll start at the bottom.
Okay. Yeah.
Starting from number 28, sports events. I can
Okay.
see it.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 27, Waffle House.
Oh yeah.
A bar for just drinks. A hookah bar. Nightclubs. Bowling. Somewhere
love
that
bowling.
I know. Bowling
Okay,
is
I'm sorry.
so fun.
Stop for a second.
But we agreed upon this.
Fine, continue.
Okay, no, I mean you got.
These are like legit things to do.
Yeah.
and
I know.
these are bad things.
Well, this is
I
why
get
it
the
went
bar
viral.
one. I get the bar one
I
for
don't.
like just drinks.
I don't. I think that's fine.
As if you both agree on it, sure. But if you're just telling her like, hey, look nice, I'm taking you out tonight, and then you just show up at a bar for drinks, I'd be like, you couldn't just tell me we're going to go
Well,
get drinks?
Please tell me.
The meme that came out from this is that for the women that follow this list, you've said goodbye to 90% of men out there.
Yeah.
And there are good men that you're missing out on because they're taking you to these places. I would love to go bowling. That is so fun.
Dude, that was like me and Paul's go-to date. Go-to. Like, we love bowling.
I'm not great at it, but it's fun.
We're actually pretty good.
I'm decent at it.
Maybe we should double date
I'm about to say,
triple
dang,
date.
y'all hitting it off over there.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Oh,
forget
look at
about
you two.
Caleb.
A lot of fun.
Look at you two.
Got a new best friend.
Yeah,
Okay, well, we can always circle back.
we will, because I
Moving
got
on.
something to say about all of them.
Next in the list, somewhere that requires a long drive. 21.
Wait,
Movie
what's
night.
a long drive?
Hold on. Like, okay, Windstar from here is an hour away. That's not a first date thing where if you're picking her up
Yeah.
and you're
Yeah,
like, let's get in the car
That's
and
just
drive.
creepy.
Yeah,
It
if
is.
anything, a casino should be on this list, you know?
Well, no, but
Why is it not?
that's under a long drive. If the casino's up the street,
Still a bad idea, but
I guess. That can show off that you're high dollar depending on if you're on the penny slots or the real. You know what I'm trying to say?
I might have a lot of money, but I'm rocking the penny slots.
Boring.
No,
Continue.
I'm joking, but movie night that includes Netflix, Hulu, etc. I am fine with that. You know, you don't want to invite anybody to your house.
But that's if you're
Netflix
broke,
and
though,
chill.
right? The list is if you're broke, if you don't have money.
No, this is just all men on a first date.
I can agree with that then.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
I want to sit and talk.
Family functions. I agree. I don't want you to meet
Oh.
my family on the first date.
Heck no.
Ice cream dates.
Oh,
I
but that's
disagree. That is
cute.
so cute, fun.
Yeah.
You can, I don't know, talk to
Cheat.
each other as you know.
You say cheat?
cheap.
Oh, I thought you said
But, like-
cheat. And I was like,
Oh
huh?
yeah,
You
perfect
can
place
go
to
cheat.
Yeah.
I have an hour and a half lunch break.
Oh, this one gets me.
Oh, speaking of which, I got hit on at Brahms Hardcore the other day.
Nice.
was funny.
This
Side-
guy's following the list. Ice cream.
Yeah.
No.
I see that ring on her. Come on.
Well, I had Dre with me, and he was like, "You ever need a babysitter? I'm cheap. I can come babysit for you anytime." And I was like,
Sure, can you
first
just
of
take
all,
your
not my kids. Second of all, I'm married. Third of all, no. Like,
sidebar,
no.
Matt? Pause. Let's
Fourth
hear.
of all, you're cheap.
Yeah. Fourth of all,
Like a,
Brahms.
Yeah. I was gonna say. So, did he push hard after that, Darcy?
I mean, I didn't really say anything. I just kind of laughed it off because, like, I was with Dre. I didn't want to feel uncomfortable with this. So, like, I don't know. What is he, like 9, 10? And
Something like that.
Something like that. And I was just kind of sitting there. I was like, oh, haha. And he was like, oh. And I was like, okay. And I just was like, can I just pay for my ice cream? Like, he kept talking to me after my ice cream was already in my hand and we were ready to pay, and he just wasn't logging it in on the computer.
He was a worker.
Yeah, he was a worker.
I missed that detail.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He
Yeah,
was-
he is cheap.
Yeah.
That
Oh, yeah.
guy's garbage. He
Yeah.
didn't even give you free food.
It was even like on the, okay, I won't say White Settlement's ghetto, but there's like spots that's kind of trashy. You know what I
Okay.
mean? And it was at a trashy Brahms.
That surprises me.
Like, there was like people that were high out of their minds, like walking down the street and everything. And this dude was like, had almost no teeth. And like, like you could tell he like uses some stuff. And I was just like, okay. No,
That's a
thank
high
you.
dollar man.
I've been down this route before, sir.
40% of his pay. You would have said yes before Paul. Would you have said
No,
yes to this guy?
no. God,
It's a valid
no.
question. You see, you've been down this road. How many times would this guy have been another?
If you're using quite often, you've got money. I would say your money goes by quick.
Your money goes by quick,
Speaking
or
from
you just find
But-
some ways to get it for cheap.
Cheaper or
yeah,
free?
Yeah.
Have you seen that Side 9 Happiness? You know how I take my payments.
All right, keep
Yeah.
going.
Keep going. Okay,
Down the
okay.
list.
So after ice cream dates, we have coffee dates.
What?
So
that's
you
my
can't- you
go-to.
can't- Yeah, you can't ask a girl for a cup of coffee now.
That is my go-to.
That's
I
so
know.
nice because dinner can be a little overwhelming for a first date because it's like, oh, this is a date.
Not the girls I date.
But,
They're like,
like-
oh, you're paying?
Now, I understand like a regular like coffee place, but the next on the list, I agree with Starbucks as your coffee date. I don't think that's the best place to go.
Okay,
to.
like maybe get creative.
Like if you
with
want to
it.
go to like I don't know, buongiornos,
Yeah.
for the coffee and espresso enthusiasts.
I don't think it's a deal breaker, but I see what your point.
Yeah.
I
So,
could
mean, it's
see-
not a deal breaker, but because of this list, these are deal breakers. Like, if they take you to
Yeah.
any of these places, he's not the one. So,
Well, I'm
you're
kind of
not
curious.
finding anyone.
I want to
because-
find their lists of where to take
I was
them.
gonna say, where's
I know.
their where's their list of what's left?
I know, you're probably going to see
Outside.
Del Frisco's.
Beach.
Well, hold on, he's not done with the list. Those
Yeah.
are probably on there.
No, okay. Mm.
Go ahead.
If it said outside, that'd be fine.
Outside.
So
inside.
your house, but no movie.
Yeah.
and no coffee.
Okay, so I agree with some of these. Next is church. I'll pass.
Yeah,
That's
but
not a
For a
date.
first, yeah, that's not
No,
a date.
that's
you know?
fake.
That's something you can like accompany them to.
You can be
Yeah.
so fake too at church. So
Yeah.
just no good. No good. No good. No
The
good.
gym. I don't know why anybody would take you there for first
As
You
a
want
date.
to go on a date?
I'm
You
with
want to
them.
be my
Where are
guest
you
pass?
thinking? I'm thinking you be my spotter girl. Like,
I tried to hold it in. That was funny.
thank you, Matt.
I
At
was
least
saying.
somebody appreciates me here.
I smiled.
You
Pitifully.
didn't choke on your own laugh, though.
How can I choke? I'm not vaping like Matt is.
Hey, we're keeping this PG. We're not smoking in here. I promise, guys.
This isn't smoking. It's vaping. It's a big difference.
Yeah, you're right.
Anyway,
Yeah,
continue.
vaping's good for you.
Yeah,
So,
it's 0
I take
calories, right?
exception to these next two. Denny's and IHOP. There's nothing better than going out for breakfast. Okay, that's a great place.
If you take them there for breakfast, sure.
Hold on.
Yes.
Hold
But
on.
if that's your dinner date, is IHOP.
Oh yeah. Pass.
hold the phone.
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
hold
yeah.
the phone.
Okay, but like, why would you go to the gym for a dinner date? You know what I mean?
so
this
she
is
can spot you.
They still protein.
You trying to get a
shakes.
good upper look, you know?
Churches in the morning. You know.
Yeah.
hey, you know. It could be
Afterwards,
mornings, too.
take them down to first.
And if you're
watch.
working out, you know, like that makeup starts sweating off, you can see what you're really dealing with.
Mm-hmm.
Hop in the pool after.
All right. Hold on, though. I understand Denny's. What's wrong with that?
Hold on, let him cook.
But what's wrong with IHOP? Wait, are you implying I'm slow?
Actually, no.
Hold on, let him cook.
Let him try
I
to catch
actually
the
prefer-
train.
I actually prefer Denny's over IHOP.
Why?
I do too.
Why?
They have more options.
They have more options.
More
plus,
garbage
like,
options.
IHOP bacon is kind of like pencils, or no?
it's like
paper.
the bacon
It's
I
paper.
expect to get from McDonald's.
That's the bacon I expect to get from the lunch lady. You know,
They don't have bacon.
If they did, it would be this what they have at IHOP. They don't even have grits.
We're homeschooled. What do you know about lunch ladies?
I do like the crepes at IHOP. That's one thing that IHOP has over Denny's is they do have crepes. But Denny's has quite a few options.
You don't
They
eat
have
a
like
crepe.
they have like a breakfast steak sandwich. It's kind of like Texas toast.
I want
with
you
like
to know,
some-
Matt.
with like some Philly cheesesteak stuff. Oh,
Our lunch lady was mom, and you're calling her bacon paper.
we weren't homeschooled for all our life. Okay, there were.
Oh dang! So you were homeschooled too.
We all
Yeah,
were.
no, we all were. Yeah,
For how long?
Ninth grade for me. Ninth.
fifth for me.
Okay, I was homeschooled from 3rd grade until 10th grade.
I was homeschooled
rough.
from birth to ninth grade. Mom
Oh,
tried
man,
to teach me to read
I
so
was
early.
bullied so hard for it, but we'll get into that later.
I would say, yeah.
But,
we still got half an hour. We're not even halfway down the list.
Yeah, I know. We're a little past halfway.
Okay,
Next, a buffet.
What?
I'll agree with that.
Dude, if I went to a buffet, oh my
Okay,
god.
some of those
Let's set
buffets are real trashy.
Let me set the stage here.
Get a nice buffet.
Hold on. So if Paul was like, babe, we're going to Golden Corral for our first date.
Dude, I'd pile my plates up.
Say, is that
I'm more of an old country buffet, guys, for all of my boys up north.
No, if
But,
you're gonna do buffet, do Chinese buffet. No matter how trashy a Chinese buffet is, you know you're getting good food.
but none of the workers.
Why did you moan?
That was a,
No matter how trashy it is, the food's good.
Now, here's what's
Sick.
different. I would go to like a Korean buffet, like a Korean barbecue. They basically
That's
give you all the
fancy.
raw materials, and then you can cook your food.
I had
in
someone
front of
take
you
me
at your
to
table.
Korean barbecue as a
why would
first
I
date.
pay to
Yeah.
cook myself? I can do that at the house.
They're expensive to go there.
It's
I
like
know.
$50 a
Like,
person.
And you're
Yeah, I
cooking?
know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You got
it's fun.
I've
got-
been there.
Fun.
I've been there. I know what you're
Yeah.
talking about. I'm just saying, why
you got
am I paying
Korean
for?
barbecue, you got Fogo de Chao, you got Texas State Brazil. You got some good buffet options that are real expensive, real bougie, and oh my gosh.
Okay, I'm learning something
The
today.
things I would strangle with my bare hands to get to go Texas State Brazil
If only-
and not have to pay for it.
If only I was comfortable with.
You feel me?
If I wasn't so comfortable with my girlfriend, I'd be trying to do all these things to impress her. But she's already impressed.
Red Lobster.
What? I love seafood.
Okay, I'm sorry. I do too, but Red Lobster's like the cheap
Have
man
you tried their
seafood.
Cheddar Bay biscuits? They're so good.
They're okay.
No, shut up. They're so good.
They're
so
fine.
good, in fact, that they froze them and they put them on Walmart shelves because everyone wants them.
Now, I
so
will
good.
say, so the pricing at Red Lobster is not much of any different of any other seafood place because it goes by market price value. And I will say, like, I can see where the lower quality is, even though it's pretty much the same price as anywhere else. So it's like, if you're taking me to Red Lobster and you're going to be spending $50 on my lobster regardless, take me to a place where it tastes like it's a $50 lobster.
Now, here's the thing. My wife and I have gone to really expensive dates for our anniversary. We're coming up on our third one, and
Oh, we're
I don't
gonna
wanna
hit
pay
our
that bill,
third
but
anniversaries.
well, on our second anniversary, we went to this real bougie place. Okay, we felt out of place. I was wearing a really nice suit. She was wearing a beautiful dress, and we felt broke being in there. Good Lord, the people sitting next to us was talking. They were on a first date for sure. Homeboy was talking about how he's the head of some hedge fund. You know what I mean? And I was like, man, you probably come here often. You know what I mean? I can only afford it once a year.
This
and
is
even
brunch.
now I'm struggling. I had to take out a loan to come to this place.
We do trips
But-
for our anniversary.
Man, our tab came out to $540
Holy
for the two of us.
mama.
It was expensive. But here's
You
what
ordered
I'm getting
caviar.
You
at.
trying to pay for a double date, Matt?
No. But here's the problem that I have. The
won't
food
pay
was
that
good.
much for food.
I know my wife had like a 60-day dry aged steak, and I had the beef Wellington because I needed to try out what Gordon Ramsay was putting down, But
Oh, was it at one of his restaurants?
no.
Why-
But I was
why
like,
would you
I've
get-
never had a beef Wellington before, and I was
Okay,
like, whoa,
okay.
what's on the menu? I need to get me one, and it was like $80 for the thing.
They have a restaurant in Las Vegas where it's like $1,000 for the two of you to eat, but they like feed you the entire day and they like do all this extra stuff. I was like,
I'm
dude,
fine
that
with
sounds
that.
so cool.
I had one dinner for $500. You know
Yeah.
what
I
I mean?
got a
So-
question. Am I on this show too, or
No.
no?
I'm just making deep eye contact with your brother, not even looking at you.
I'm like, hello.
Here's the
Is this thing on?
Here's the problem that I have. Here's the problem that I have. Even though we went out on that very expensive date, we did not get anything from it. The food was good, but it didn't.
It
It wasn't
digested.
worthy of $500.
Yeah, it digested the
It
exact
tasted
same.
horrible as leftovers.
Really? Oh,
Like the
leftovers.
leftovers was disgusting. Okay, their drinks were overpriced, and
Yeah,
they were horrible. It tasted awful.
You
and
were
I was
like-
like, why would I take a woman out on this extravagant date if the food's really not all that good? And I'd much prefer going to Raising Cane's.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That chicken is good 10 times out of 10. I've never had a bad experience with Raising Cane's. They always get my order right.
I like Popeyes.
They got cane sauce.
for 25th of a price.
Yeah, I
You
know.
know.
I don't like Popeyes, to be honest.
I
you
love
know.
Popeyes. Oh my
Oh, their
god.
biscuits that choke you to death.
No, actually, Popeyes
Their
is good.
service is awful.
like
Last
it
time I
better.
That's
got a
part
mac
of the
and cheese.
experience.
I like it better than Red Lobster.
You
Bro,
get
last time I
people-
got a mac and cheese, there was like black specks in it. It wasn't pepper.
It's seasoning.
No. It looked like I don't even know what it was.
Extra protein.
I do not know what it was.
I'm
So
sure
I
it
chewed
tasted
on
fine.
All right.
I took it out and I chewed on it. It tasted gross.
What's next on the list here?
My point is, there's no point in taking a girl out to these expensive dates if they're not going to appreciate it, and I'm not going to appreciate it because it doesn't taste as good as going to a normal spot.
That's
now,
fair.
Next on the list after
What?
Red Lobster.
Oh, hold on 1 second.
Oh.
Man, that advertisement was deep. I'll tell you what. So anyway, Matt, as you were continuing down this list, please list the next item.
After Red Lobster, we have Wingstop.
I love
So we are
It's not-
reacting to all of these as we go.
No. So we
I-
got Buffalo Wild Wings. Any fast food chain.
Understandable, but I personally don't have a problem with it.
I like Big Macs. Matter of fact, I love Chicken Express. Their fried okra. Oh,
Ooh,
so good.
their
My
little
wife hates
what are
it,
their
though.
little corn balls called?
Corn nuggets. I was about to say that.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the good stuff. And I introduced y'all to those. Oh,
No, you didn't.
Yes,
I've been
I did.
eating
Actually
those
not a
for
fan of corn
years.
nuggets,
Yeah,
but
well, before those years, you weren't born, and I was born, and I was eating them. So you're welcome. Anyway, continue.
Your house.
So cooking for them's out of the question.
Yep.
Okay.
What? But that's so romantic sometimes. If you're a good cook.
Man, if I
Yeah.
had a multi-million-dollar mansion, my house would be looking like a spicy place to go.
What if
for
you had a
first date.
personal chef and you were just like, come over to my place? And then
that
she's
is
like,
not the
oh,
same.
F this dude. He invited me to his house.
That's not the same.
I don't know.
If you say my house, but I have a personal chef, then she's gonna say yes. I promise you. So continue.
It depends how humble you are. If you don't mention any of that and say, "Yeah, come over to my place,"
Because at a certain point, she'll just want your money. So
yeah, you're right. You're right.
so that's a red flag all around for
Yeah,
the guy.
Paul
too.
dies. I'm straight up just looking for someone with money after this.
Wow. You know,
The
my other
movies.
brother has a good job.
Number 6, the movies.
We already talked about that. Movies.
That was just movie night with
This
Netflix
list-
or Hulu.
This list is so pretentious. They put movie twice.
Yeah, I know.
Well, like, that's such a classic date, though, is like dinner and a movie. Now, I have heard if you're going to do that, swap the order, do movie, then dinner, because it makes it less awkward so that over dinner you can talk about the movie if you can't quite find things to talk about.
Well, I want to back up now if we're going to stop. Waffle House was second date for me and my girlfriend. So I did something right. Tell
Oh
you
yeah, I
what.
forgot Waffle House is on this.
Yeah, that was like the first one you did.
They named every breakfast joint.
Yeah, for
Coffee,
real.
Yeah, I
Waffle
know.
House, Denny's, IHOP. Somebody really did not
Yeah.
like being taken to breakfast.
I feel like this list is very biased. They just had a bad experience
Yeah.
I
at
know.
Denny's, and they're like, "No Denny's, it's on the list." So what else?
Olive Garden.
Oh, that's my favorite restaurant.
That's your favorite?
It is.
Well,
That's
men can't take you there
disgusting.
anymore.
Well,
'cause
my
they read this
favorite
list.
like cheap restaurant. Like my favorite like realistic restaurant.
It's not cheap.
It's cheap enough if you
Get
get
outta
soup
here.
and salad. It's like $10.
You could do so much better than Olive Garden.
You could.
Yes.
But I'd be perfectly satisfied with my soup and salad. I love their soup and salad. I'll eat it 3 times a week.
You see, Matt, before I had my girlfriend, women seem to be easy to please. So what took so long? That's what I want to know.
That's on you, bud.
You know what I'm trying to say? What else is on there? How many more?
Chipotle.
Oh, I hate Chipotle in general.
I love
Yeah, I don't like Chipotle, so I'll have to agree with
We're
this.
related.
Chipotle went through like this like low period for sure. I stopped liking Chipotle for a very long time.
Yeah, actually, Chipotle really did have a low period from the
Yeah.
time that they started to now.
Okay. Okay.
They never recovered.
I thought we had something going here, Matt. Never mind.
Something's cooking, but not at
Caleb,
Chipotle.
you're my best friend again.
I say something's cooking, but not at Chipotle. Go ahead.
Chili's.
Okay, I understand that.
Yeah, I don't like Chili's.
I hate
can
Chili's.
can we
Crappy
agree on this
food,
one?
weak alcoholic drinks.
And as much as I personally love Applebee's, I would agree with it
I
not
was-
being a first date.
I was literally just about
It's
to say
same
that.
level as Chili's. Okay, I understand.
Low bar. You literally like going there because it's cheap
Yeah.
after a certain time. You-
Yeah.
you remember
They
how
got
you used to-
half priced apps.
You remember how you used
after
to save
9.
minutes after 9 on your flip phone? Okay, same concept. Then we upgraded. What else?
Applebee's.
I knew it. I knew it was on the list.
Fantastic. Had to lean in for that
How
one.
many more do we have left? Ah, yes, number 1, the Cheesecake Factory.
don't
Yes,
get
we've
that.
already
I don't either.
brought this one up.
I like it better than Olive Garden, and it's lower on the list. I just don't buy it. I'm sorry.
Well, that's number 1. Number 1, the Cheesecake Factory. That's the one place they do not want to
Yeah.
go.
I'm sorry. If
Tough because the Cheesecake Factory food is good. I worked there
Yeah.
for a year. I ate there every day. You know what I mean?
He got the
Like,
head bob going in there too.
no, it was so good. I love the food there.
Yeah.
And they switch up their menu. And the dessert is good. Do they have breakfast? Because I never had it.
I don't think so.
yeah, I don't know. Wait, you said Cheesecake Factory?
Yeah, the Cheesecake
You used to work
Factory.
there. How would you not know?
I don't remember. That was like 5 years ago.
You used to bring us whole cheesecakes that you stole. It was great.
Yeah, I know. At the end of the night, it'd be like, hey, man, this thing's been sitting here for 2 days. You know, it's not fresh anymore.
So going over the list, I actually found it like refreshing if guys asked me on a coffee date.
That's what
I
I
was
thought.
like, wow,
Yeah.
that's nice.
Well, that's the thing
no
is like,
pressure. You
Yeah.
don't gotta look super fancy.
but you're
know,
still
it's
buying
just-
something for them.
Yeah.
Buying their
You want to
coffee.
look fancy? I'll invite you to Target. Okay. No one's
Hey.
dressing broke
It
there.
wasn't on the list.
Look, a few episodes ago, I said go to Target, pick you out some good T-shirts. You know, that was a good episode.
Yeah.
I
So
agree.
There's lots of
was
clothes
was the
there.
person that wrote this just like a toxic man and he tried taking women there on his first dates
No,
and
I'm
then they
pretty sure
didn't
it's
pan out because he
toxic
was a piece of
women.
crap?
I'm pretty sure it's toxic women that have
Absolutely.
like a very high standard.
But even women
For-
having a high standard and being toxic, like, dude, sports stuff, that's expensive.
Mm-hmm.
That's expensive. If you get nice seats for a sports event and they're fun, there's drinks, there's food, like there's so much to do.
Plus, every pick me girl is going to talk about sports anyway.
Right.
Right. They're going to be like, oh my God, did you catch the game last night? The Cowboys? I'm like, they didn't
Right.
play last night, woman.
And
Yeah.
like even my least favorite sport of all, baseball.
Mm.
The most boring of all borings. I would enjoy going to a baseball game.
Yeah.
They're fun. The atmosphere is good. You got people chanting and cheering. You
Going
got
to a
drinks.
game,
Now,
going to a game's different.
Yeah. It's so fun.
I really don't like sports myself unless you count boxing and MMA. I will jump up screaming for that, you know, even if I have back row seat all the way a mile up in the sky. You know, if I see something and be like, yeah, you know, I'd love to go to one of those. I wish Simran would take me to one.
Simran, if
Take
you're
me on a
listening,
date. Yeah.
The
for
be-
your 3rd anniversary.
No, best.
She already bought me Spider-Man 2 as my like early anniversary gift. So she didn't have to worry about it later. You know, and I took it. You know, it's a fun game. I liked it.
I don't know. Hockey's a really nice sport.
I love going to hockey
And
games.
it's a good thing because, like, I don't just go to the game. I hop on the train.
Yeah.
We eat beforehand. We hop on the train. We get on over
You
there.
ride the little scooters.
Okay, hold on. What's the best part about hockey?
They fight.
Exactly. Exactly. Come on, give me here.
That's right.
Yeah.
I want to be where the teeth and blood are hitting the glass while
Here's
I
the
watch
thing.
hockey.
My mom is not a sports fan, but I'll be darned, she loves hockey.
Yeah.
She gets the jersey. She's got mittens
They're so
that are
fun.
green. Like, she keeps track of the score. Like, oh my gosh, she's a hockey fan. She's got a hat she knitted. Like, my goodness.
Yeah, I'm not even a sports person either, but like you take me to a game and like that's fun.
I agree. So I don't see going to a game is a different experience than like, hey, come over and to my house for a watch party for
Yeah.
the game. That's different.
Yeah.
But taking someone to a game's an
I
event.
mean, your house was on the list too, so you know.
Right.
That's
So
a
double
whammy.
whammy. Yeah. Deal or no deal. No deal. So I understand having preferences. Like the girl in that TikTok, if she hates personally Cheesecake Factory, then sure. You know, he can switch it up a bit. You
A
know?
lot of this
I
is
mean,
just
we've already talked
communication.
about it, but that wasn't his fault.
Right.
He did everything right.
I know. We're trying to be nice here.
I'm not.
Oh.
A lot of this is just like you just need to ask. You know, I get like maybe don't use the things on this list as a surprise date.
Surprise, Waffle House.
Right, right. If you're like, ooh, go home, get ready, do your makeup, wear a nice dress, and we go to Denny's, I'm gonna be like, really? But like if you're talking with them, like I don't know. I'm not against cheap. I'm not against saving money. Like I don't expect my person to like go all out. And like even if they do, that doesn't even necessarily win me over. I've had some pretty phenomenal first dates and never talked to him again because I was like, we didn't really vibe. We didn't
Yeah.
match.
Coffee is a cheap way to figure out if you vibe or not.
Yeah. Me and
I'm
Paul's
sorry.
first date, I mean, I guess if you want to get technical, so the first time we were really talking was at an IHOP. And then as a group went to IHOP and we were talking. And then after, we were like, well, everything's closed. You want to go by the bar?
Yeah.
So we grabbed a drink. And then after the drink, we are like, well, I'm still not done hanging out with you. You want to watch a movie at your place? And I was like, yeah. And then when he asked me on an official date, it was lunch at a Mexican restaurant. And it was like perfect.
Yeah.
We went against all the no-nos right there. And it was like, I loved it.
Yeah, I agree.
I met my wife in an engineering lecture.
How
And
romantic.
then, yeah, I know. I think we just became buddies, and what was it? I think I took her home for the first time after we went to Steak and Shake. And you see, these are the real romantic stories. You know, even though like you're both broke and you don't have anything
Steak
going
and Shake's
for you.
legit.
Steak and Shake's legit. Yeah,
That's legit. You get
But,
the
like-
steak, and then if you get the shake, you win. Like that's it. She's going straight home with you afterwards. If you can do both,
I've had my first date at a literal McDonald's, and I was perfectly fine with it.
yeah, but I still wouldn't recommend it.
I wouldn't recommend it,
No.
but I'm just like, I don't know. I'm not shallow with it. I don't need you. Like,
Yeah.
I want you to be hardworking. I don't want you to be lazy. I don't want you to be, sorry, Matt, but a bum. At least, sorry to your previous
Oh,
self.
hold on. That's a different topic. People say they have these expectations, and then they're with the worst people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't want to date a bum. Come on, Brahm's boyfriend. I know you just got off work.
You know,
So-
like, I don't want any of those things. But, like, if you're trying to find stuff financially, you're struggling, like, whatever. You have a job, you have plans.
True.
You're in school, cool. You know, like you have a car, cool. Like, oh my gosh, you rent an apartment with a buddy, cool. Like you have stuff going for you. You're working on building it up. Now, if I was like 40 and somebody was like, yeah, I can only afford McDonald's, I'd be like, okay, well, you should have stuff built up by now. Like
Yeah.
the fact you don't, that's a red flag. But you know,
Right.
most people when they're dating, they're in their 20s. And like,
I couldn't agree with you more.
yeah.
I'm also in my 20s still.
And so it's like,
you are. Yeah.
yeah, you know, I don't know. You don't have to be bougie in your 20s. Like that's,
That's fair.
I don't know.
I'm also though I am jealous of people that are bougie in their 20s and be like, you know what, I failed at life. You know
Most of
what I
the time they didn't earn it. Big.
Most of the time,
I've built everything for myself, okay?
That's right.
maybe I should just follow their
You're still
playbook.
broke.
And I
am not. Look, I have a new car. That's
Maybe
why
you
I'm
and I
broke.
should sell empty hopes and dreams. A lot of them are getting very wealthy off of it. You're like, you get no women. Buy my course, and I'll be sure that you get a woman in 2 seconds. Or you know, you're not rich yet. I can show you how to make 13 figures in as little as 3 months, and we'll get really wealthy off of that. People just buying it up.
We'd
You know,
start
maybe I
our
should
own
just sell
pyramid
my
scheme.
soul. Yeah.
I feel like I already did to the man. You know,
Yeah.
I'm working every day and for half of the pay.
Yeah, and it's not working.
yeah,
I can't relate. I work part time.
yeah,
no.
that's right. Get out of here. You're the bum here.
I make more than Paul does sometimes working part
Don't
time.
point at me. You don't make more than me. I saw you thinking about it.
Simran for continuously
If
for the
you
last
worked-
3 years has made more than me. So I feel
If I
bad.
worked full time, I would make more than you.
That is
So-
true, but the reason your pay is
Get
so
'em.
high is because it's part time. If they
It could be full time.
if
I
they-
turn it down.
if it was, they probably wouldn't give you as much pay.
No,
Maybe I should
I've-
continue with my level 4 license because that's part time.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like very part time. There's no guarantee you'll get a job anywhere. And if
I mean,
you
how
do,
many times
it'll
is-
only be for a night.
Yeah.
But they're giving you like $60 an hour for like 5 hours.
How many days is Dave Chappelle going to be in Dallas? You know, where you're watching him. So
Oh, you remember that? Yeah.
yeah. Oh, actually, I just randomly picked one, but you know that
Oh.
works. I remember you telling me that
was
story.
yeah,
though.
it was a really cool story.
I could have
though.
easily said Bill Burr, or Bobby Lee, or something. So
Do you know who, off topic, but still kind of semi topic, do you know who Matt Rife is?
yes, love
I
Matt.
find him hilarious.
That
He
dude's
is
funny.
very funny.
Dude, I've seen so many people say he's not that funny, and
No, he's
I'm
funny.
like, dude,
They're just
he's
jealous of his good looks.
hilarious.
For the people that call him out and call him not funny on stage, he claps back so
dude,
hard. He's witty.
He is
He's very witty.
funny.
If he were to pick me in the audience and start roasting me, I would actually cry
yeah,
because he's that good.
yeah.
No, the same thing with Andrew Schultz. Have you ever seen Andrew Schultz?
don't think so.
Oh man, he will destroy you with
Matt
just
Rife
one
is one.
comment.
Yeah.
You know, like he'll just look at the audience. He's like, "Hey man, how you doing?" And then this guy, he was kind of on the bigger side, and I think he was wearing a fedora.
Oh no,
It was like,
he was asking for it.
"What GameStop do you manage?" I was like, "Oh, that would destroy me."
I don't know. I don't get,
Chase.
like I don't know. I think he is freaking hilarious. He is one of the only stand-up comedians I legitimately will sit there and just watch, and I would be tempted to buy his tickets myself. He does crowd interactions, which
Yeah.
is awesome because most comedians won't. and will shut it down and even kick you out for, shouting things out. But he just plays into it.
Yeah.
And he's like, you want to shout some stuff? Let's go. You know, like, what's up? And then people are dying laughing.
Yeah. I couldn't handle hecklers. I can't.
Yeah.
I
Matter
would
of
start
fact,
crying.
has he already come? I think Matt Rife is coming over here soon.
He is.
Okay.
I saw advertisements for tickets. I don't know where it is.
Is he going to Hyenas?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I think it's someplace like in the stockyards.
Oh, that's cool. I should get tickets to that.
Yeah.
I doubt
gonna
it.
be
Somewhere close by.
expensive.
Yeah, it probably will.
It won't be expensive. You can get in pretty decently.
Oh, and just like sit in the back.
Yeah, I mean,
type
to
of
be
thing.
fair, when we saw Bad Friends with Bobby Lee and Andrew Santino, it wasn't the most expensive ticket.
Right, and Bobby Lee's a big comedian. Like
Yeah.
he's been a comedian forever.
I mean,
So
Yeah, but you got teenage girls fangirling over Matt Rife. all
you got
over
teenage
TikTok.
boys fanboying over Bobby Lee, and I didn't know he was coming.
man, I was in my, well, I am in my 20s still, but
Back
I
in
was
the
like,
day.
let me up on stage. I'll kiss Bobby Lee. It was-
Yeah, I don't know if I'd kiss him, but
yeah, man, you should have seen that show. Those
yeah.
guys, man, they
Thanks
were
for
like
the
in their
invite.
mid-40s. Dude had a gray beard, and he just give it to me, Bobby Lee.
I'd pick
Every
him up.
every man has their exception man.
Oh,
Or,
that-
okay, every straight man
Hold on.
has their exception
I
man.
have multiple exception men, but Bobby
You're
Lee
not
is
straight.
not one of them. That's right. Wait, what? Yes, I am.
Oh,
I'm
man, Bobby
straight
Lee
at the
made a
circle.
comment.
You
Bobby Lee made a comment
you
about
deep
that.
spooned my husband shirtless. Okay, you're not straight. Get out here.
I have an exception, and he's on the list.
I'm repeating
Most
a
straight
joke,
men's
but
exceptions are celebrities, not my husband.
I'm repeating a joke,
just let
but
that
I'm
go.
here too, guys.
Now you know how Caleb felt.
Yeah.
Coming out of
This is our show. Shut
field
up.
with a comment.
You're the guest.
Listen, I was focused. Okay.
You're right. You're right.
She's just butthurt because her husband cheated on her with me. I'd
would
do it
be
again.
too.
I'd do it again. Anyway, what was your joke, Matt?
I don't remember.
We'll have to listen back over it.
Yeah. Cut the tape. Play it again.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Oh, we went back to the list. So wait, comedy club's a good first date, huh? Or is that count?
Yeah, I don't think that's on the list. Well, it says a bar with drinks, with only drinks.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
this
so it's
one
not
But
has
on
that's
only
drinks in a
and
show.
laughs.
Well,
And
hold on though.
laughs.
Hold on though. I think a show's a good flex. Like, yeah, I got money. You know what I mean? But I'd put that in the same category as going to the movies.
So if I'm having a first date, I want to get to know you.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want something that's going to take all of my attention off of you.
Sure.
So if you're doing something like a show, I would expect we get something small after.
Yeah. I'm going to look up Matt Rife tickets. I'd like to go to that. I think my girlfriend would like that too.
Stay focused, Caleb.
I am. I'm listening.
We only got a little bit left.
I can multitask.
I cannot multitask.
Well,
But
not me.
like, I don't know. You want to make sure that you can talk and have fun. I think bullying is so perfect. I don't know why that's on the list. Bullying, putt-putt.
I thought you said
something.
bullying. And I was just like, yeah, bullying needs to come back. Right.
It does need to come back.
Dude, he's going to be here November 15th.
Yeah.
Oh, that's next week. This is probably sold out.
They're sold
Yeah.
out.
Oh, yeah. But like,
Disappointing.
bullying is perfect because you get to have conversations, but you're not just awkwardly sitting there staring at each other the whole time. Like, you're getting up, you're moving, you're having a fun experience.
And how would you feel about a concert for a first date? For example,
You'd have to do something after. After or before.
Counter to your bowling point. I have a friend, shout outs to you, you know who you are. They took a girl on a bowling date and there was no chemistry and they still had 8 turns to go and they're like no, and it was so awkward.
That's great.
Your turn, your turn, your turn, your turn.
Well, then you get some drinks and loosen up for the last 8 turns.
Drinks can't fix chemistry. It can make y'all like open up more, but I'm already an open person. I can open up really fast, and
You just need
some people you have
charisma.
trouble with. Some people have, yeah. Sometimes I have charisma. Sometimes before my girlfriend, the people I was with
apparently not enough.
didn't have charisma. Look, have you ever talked to a wall before?
I've talked to women before. Yes.
Yeah. You're trying to get me in trouble here. Yeah, all right. I'm just saying, if there's no chemistry, bowling's not the best thing. I think coffee needs to be first. You can leave after the first coffee cup because there's no chemistry. Bowling, you're stuck in there for 10 more turns.
Well, okay. Have you ever had to walk out on a date because there was just nothing there?
Walk out on a date? No.
Because I've done that.
Yeah.
How do you do
I
that?
was just like, hey, man.
That's a good story. Hey, man. Okay. I'm learning something about you today.
Hey, bro.
Hey, brah. I know we made out the other day,
No,
but it's not
I
working.
know. My time. There's really nothing here, so I don't
There
want to
you
waste
go.
my time, you know. And you stand up and you walk away. Hey, check this out. It's a great way to not pay for the tab.
I mean, that's what did you see the TikTok of the oysters girl? Oh my gosh. There was this TikTok and this guy asked if she wanted to grab a drink at this place and they also had oysters. She ordered like 10 rounds of these big trays of oysters and like got 3 expensive drinks and everything. And he was like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom, and just left.
Oh.
And I mean,
But why'd she leave? No chemistry, or was he being a
he
perv?
he left because she was stacking up the bill to be hundreds
he
of
left.
dollars. Yeah,
He left.
it was gonna be like hundreds of dollars, and
Yeah.
he was like, "What the heck?"
Was she even eating the oysters? I want to
Oh
know.
yeah, she was. She
Okay.
took a video of her slurping them all nasty and everything.
Slurp.
She was like moaning over the oysters and kept videoing them, and she was like, like all in her videos. Oh,
Can you do that one more time for the soundboard? No, I'm just kidding.
but yeah, he just he got up. He was like, "I'm going to the bathroom," and he left. And she was trashing on him, and everybody trashed on her. They're like, "Girl." He asked you to grab a drink, and
Yeah.
you got 3 drinks, 10 trays of oysters, this other appetizer, and you're trying to get dessert. Like, no. Like,
What's on
what
that
is
dessert
wrong with
menu?
you?
Yeah. I don't get it. I love it when it backfires and someone's trying to trash on the guy on TikTok Live, and then
Oh,
it just like
yeah.
backfires, goes viral the other direction.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah.
That-
I love
it.
that.
4chan tries to find the guy and wish him well, give him a gift certificate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Have
They
you
record their own receipts.
Yeah.
You know?
have
Love
you
that.
heard? There's like this radio.
I've
I
heard
don't
of the
know.
radio.
No.
Yeah. I've been on it.
What's it called when it's a podcast but on the radio? Talk show?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's this talk show, and what happens is if people don't hear back from the other person after their first date, they call the person, ask what happened, and say, "Hey, if we pay for your next date, would you be open to going on a second one?" And so there's these stories where this girl's like, "Yeah, I have no idea why he's not talking to me. I thought it went well." And so they're like, "All right, we'll give him a call." And he was like, he's sitting there and he's like, "Yeah, she just like hopped on the table and started screaming at the server," and like very much different than what she described. And they're listening in the whole time.
Yeah.
And so they bring them on together and they're like arguing. And then they're like, "If we offered to pay for a second date, would you?" And they're like, no,
Yeah.
hell no. And it's pretty entertaining.
That does sound really good. We
Yeah.
should do that. That should be a format we steal.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
I've got 2 people in mind for this chair right here.
That's cool.
No, I'm joking. I don't know anyone. I don't have any friends.
Well, Paul's boring.
I
He
bet I
won't
know what
sit
you're
down
talking
and do
about,
it.
a-hole. Because why would you only need one person and you look at me while you say it? That's rude.
You already have a seat.
That's right. I know. Do you get what he's laying down, Darcy?
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. Ah.
Ah.
But I want that on the button. Anyway. So okay. I think that list overall is pretty garbage. I understand the my house.
There are some of them that I totally understand.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to go to church or the gym
Yeah.
or
I don't want to go to the gym on my own. Why would I take someone there on a date?
the whole any fast food chain.
I get it.
Excuse me, but Raising Cane's is a good idea, I think.
But here's the thing: if everyone was as agreeable as Darcy, I feel like things would just be so much easier.
Yeah,
But-
okay. That's
I do think
that's
I'm a
rare
pretty
trait.
simple person.
That is true. Not that many people are that simple. That's the thing.
Agreeableness is a very
Mm-hmm.
rare trait, I'd say.
Yeah.
Let's backtrack a little bit in the time we have left, and Darcy can keep complimenting me like she did earlier. And she's like, "You're an idiot because you're so considerate and like so gentle." I was like,
I
"Oh,
also think you're a piece of crap, though.
thank you.
So,
That is true. You got to keep me humble. You got to chop me down at the legs.
yeah.
But anyway,
A little whiny.
whatever. At least I'm whiny during business hours. and not at 4 a.m.
You know what? I had my reasons.
Whatever.
You saw my roommates.
That's fair. All right, guys. I think that's it for today. Matt, thanks for joining us again. Thanks for riding with me. Because your car isn't quite up to speed. So thanks for.
That was my wife's car today. I finally got it back from the shop.
Oh, nice. That shop's hard to work
Yeah,
with
it's fun.
sometimes.
Maybe me and Matt can start a podcast.
Get the hell out of here. You can buy your own equipment.
It's in my house.
Not
Oh, God.
anymore. Lifts it. But anyway, thanks for joining us this week, guys. Hope you all enjoyed your time with us as well. We will see you next time. Thanks for stopping by.
See you guys.
See ya.